Hello everyone, this is Melissa with Paper Fairy Tales, here to share an album with you that I created approximately 2-3 weeks ago. I have it listed up on my Facebook for sale, but I wanted to do a video of it before it was gone. I really liked how it turned out. So the paper collection I used was Blue Fern Studios Montage. And also, I believe there was a couple papers of the garden collection, Blue Fern Garden. And there might even be a couple filler pages of Marion Smith's Garment District. So first of all, I've got the cover here. And I've used some wood icons here. This one's Prima. I believe this one was a Studio Calico. This is also Prima. These are just some flowers from my stash. And some roses that I got in a scrapbooking kit a long time ago. And I just used some seam binding and hand-tied a bow here and used some other flowers and embellishments here. And these are the Tim Holtz tags. Now these papers up here are actually made, I believe they're Bo Bunny, the Madeline collection. I made those banners. I was starting to run out of paper. I used a good bit of the Blue Fern paper in here. I really like their papers. They're real stiff and can take a good beating. So I'm hoping that this will hold up good on the album. This is the spine and then the back. I kept it pretty plain. It got a little bit fatter than what I had originally wanted. So I just took a Tim Holtz clip and I forget what these are called, and just attached it to the cover just to kind of keep it from bulging out. Actually, from keeping it attached so long, it doesn't quite bow out as much as it did. I followed Ginger's tutorial. She is my sister Scrapper here on YouTube. She had a tutorial on the vertical paper bag mini album, so that is what I used here. I really enjoyed the tutorial. I used her basic construction, but I obviously the pages decorated, and I made a couple little changes throughout the album. This is the inside cover. I kept it plain because I loved the papers, and I didn't want to cover them up. So for the first page here, I've created a belly band, and there is a little note card here, and this is just one of the cutouts from the paper line that I just rounded the edges on. These little tickets here are some that I had in my stash. They are pink paisley. They were the anthology collection. I don't know why that's so hard. I've flipped that in and out of there so many times. And this is another sentiment that was cut out from the paper collection, and then I just attached a little bow. And this flap opens up, and there's a space here for a photo, and I believe I did it right for a 4x6. I tried, I think. Yeah, it will hold a 4x6 photo, and you can actually put it in here and there'll be a border there because I made it an 1/8 of an inch, actually a 1/4 of an inch larger the whole way around. Then over here, just a sentiment popped up here, beautiful. I've got some Tracers Deluxe lace that I cut pieces off of to fit in there. And I've got some tags in here that I've left plain that can be used for pictures or journaling. And also, Kathy Orta has a mini album tutorial, and I apologize, I don't remember which one it was. But she had this creation where she had the 2 pockets, and then she also left this open, so you can actually slip some more things on either side here of this thing here. I think I'll have to check, and I'll put it in the description box which tutorial I got that idea from. So thank you, Kathy, for that idea. And then I just attached a Prima flower here and some tags or some tickets from Tim Holtz. And I didn't glue them down the whole way. There's still room down here to put that photo in. So I'm just going to leave that out. Then on the back we have a pocket. Again, another wood icon from Studio Calico that I just inked the edges. And in here is a little booklet that opens up for some more photos. The next page, on the open flap, I created a couple pockets, put some cutouts from the paper line. These butterflies here are three-dimensional stickers from, I believe they're Kaiser Craft. They're pretty old. I've had them in my stash for a long time, just never had anything that they matched with, so they're all throughout this album. And then I just attached some tags in here that you can use for photos and journaling. And I just put some seam binding and twine at the top there. Then this opens up, and over here is another wood icon piece that I glued halfway so that these will pop in and out. You got a journaling card here, and then a little photo mat or another journaling card here. And the way it glued, it won't fall out, you know, whenever you pick it up. On this page, I've got some cutouts from the paper collection and some more tags or tickets that I've put together with, I just stuck a Tim Holtz paper clip on there and kind of shoved them all together. And then they have a magnet on the back of it to attach to the paper or the background. I had a little mishap with that magnet. It did not want to hide very well. So, but that again is room for a 4x6 photo. Another wood icon piece down here, which is pretty much plain, so it's open to whoever gets this album, they can put a title there or a date, whichever they prefer. On the back here, we have another pocket page, just a sentiment that I cut out and adhered here. And then there's some more cutouts for journaling or photos. And you can even put photos or notes back here as well. And then I just layered some flowers here and some leaves with another one of the sentiments. Like I said, there really isn't a lot of embellishment needed with these papers. I mean, you can see here, they're just gorgeous. Again, I've used some more of the butterflies from the Kaiser Craft 3D stickers. This opens up here for a place for just some little teeny tiny photos or notes or whatever you might want to put on there. And then this just gets tied back down. In the flap here, again another open space for a photo or some notes, another Prima icon, and then I've got some lace here from my stash and some flat back pearls that I attached there. Over here we got a waterfall, which I love because it allows for a lot of photos. And open that up here, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can fit a total of 15 photos just here on this waterfall. And these sizes are, you could fit up to 3 1/4, basically by 3 1/4. So I mean, you can fit some decent sized photos there as well. And this just ties here. Ugh, I'm all fingers. Anyway, I'll tie that later. Alright, next page on the back here, we've got some more Prima wood icons, another cutout from the collection. And these, and I apologize, I think I said in the beginning that there was Montage, Blue Fern Garden, and some Marion Smith, but there's also what is called Tea Time, and it is actually from a paper company in Poland, and I forget what company it is, but I can tell you that I had received it from Flying Unicorn, a kit club that I participated in close to the beginning of the year. But the cutouts, the papers actually matched with this very well, and these were some of the cutouts from one of the papers. So I just cut some random pieces and another little empty photo mat to stick down in there. On this page, I loved this Timeless Beauty, and I did not want to cover it up. So what I did was I cut it to match the paper. I took some glossy accents and went over the clock, and I also covered some drops here on the flowers. I thought it looked good. And then put a butterfly there, and then just pretty much left that open. Here on the inside, we've got another pocket with a couple cutouts. And more of the tickets from Pink Paisley. And these little clips are actually Prima's. I believe they are from the Something Blue collection. Here in the center, I've got 3 tags here that pull out. And one of the cutouts from the paper line, some little flowers. I got these from Walmart over in the sewing section. And then these here are the Prima wood tickets, I'm sorry. So you got 3 of those. I'll put that back in there. I did this page actually backwards. This was kind of a boo-boo. This was supposed to be flipped the other way because it's a little bit difficult. I mean, you can still do, but it is a little difficult to pull those out from the center as opposed to pulling them out from here. So that's something I'll have to remember. Now, one thing I did change that I do want to note here, whenever Ginger put her measurements out, she doesn't have any kind of a gusset or any kind of allowance here for any embellishments or pictures. And once you start packing all these layers of paper together, especially with Blue Fern being as thick as they are, and like with the waterfall here, I ended up adding an 1/8 of an inch gusset to the pages so it would help lay, they wouldn't bend as much, they would allow for more embellishments. So that's just, you know, if you're making a mini album with flaps like that and you're going to have a lot of stuff on the inside, you might want to remember to make that little bit of a gusset. And honestly, with the book closed, I like the way that looks better even than just, you know, bare pages. So anyway. Alright, so here's our next page. It's another pocket that I've created a photo map flap that I've just stuck down in here. So pull that out. I just took some flat back pearls and attached to here on the paper. Down here it says Natural Beauty, another cutout from the paper collection. And I put some of the Tim Holtz tags back here. And these actually, it's not glued, so those you can actually pull in and out of there. So people could write dates or little teeny notes about the pictures. A picture could go here, notes could go here. But then this little card, it's just got places for photos. Alright, on the next flap here we've got another little pocket with a small tag. Just says today on it. Adore Memories, another Prima wood icon. Flap opens up, again another one of the pages that I didn't want to cover up, so I basically just left it bare and added that little butterfly because I thought he matched perfectly with that. On this page what I did is to kind of compensate for lack of having a usable section. Now somebody could put a picture there if they wanted to, I just didn't want to cover that up. But I made a large pocket and made the hinges fairly big. I mean, if you can see, you can fit a good bit of stuff in there if you wanted. There's a little a paper clip here with some more of those little tags attached. And then I just made some random cutouts from the paper lines and put in there just to show you, you know, there is a lot of room for photos, and then one large photo mat. And like I said, you could still fit a lot more stuff in there. Alright, on the next page we got another pocket, and I kept this one simple, just put a cutout there from the paper line. I did glossy accent the little butterfly you see in the top corner, and then I just put a little sentiment remember there with some flat back pearls. On this page I glossy accented the butterflies you see there and created a little photo mat. And again, I haven't glued all that stuff. This actually popped out. I did not glue these flowers here because I wanted you to be able to put a picture in there or, you know, some other note. And that flips out. And on the back of the flap, I have a tag that I made, and I just attached it with a magnet. There's a little place right here for making a note or a date. You could put a picture here if you wanted. And then this tag, I took papers from the collection and that Timeless Beauty again. I love that. And I put some stickles on the crown, cut some of the papers out from the collection, and popped them up on some three-dimensional little pop dots and layered some lace here that I had from my stash, and then I just put a little sentiment or a little blank area here for maybe a sentiment. And that just attaches with a magnet. Then over here I created some diagonal pockets and just put some random things in here. Again, just little paper cutouts. Most of these cutouts here, this one, actually I think all of these are from Marion Smith's Garment District, one of the sheets of paper. So I just cut little bit pieces and randomly put them in here. As you can see, I've got like 3 diagonal pockets, and then this also I didn't glue down the whole way, and I just shoved 2 more of the tickets in there. But you could put anything back there that you wanted as well. And this just says License to Smile. And this is a little pocket with another little tag inside. And then these are just, like I said, little random cutouts, but it gives you the idea. You can stick, you know, a bunch of different things down in here, anything that you would want to showcase, if you will. Okay. And the last page, just simple again. I loved this big butterfly, and I was hoping to get to use it in this album, and I seen I had some yellow paper, so I really liked that. So I basically just put that on there and let it go. And then I just took a piece of paper and for a tag and backed it with some paper, with a different paper, some writing paper, and stuck that in there. And then again, I left the back cover bare because I loved this paper. So that's the mini album. I hope you liked it. It's one of my first albums. It's one of my first videos, I should say, of showing something that I have worked on and completed. I hope I didn't say too many ums. My husband laughs at me all the time and tells me that I have a nervous tick, and apparently I say that a lot. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'd love to hear any comments, and thanks for watching.